This is my friend Isabel. She makes incredible videos if you didn't already know, but we finished our 20-mile hike and decided to rent a cabin in the woods to recover and have more time together in Washington. We were initially regretting getting a cabin with no heat, no utensils, and basically no electricity after camping in the freezing cold, but we ended up falling in love with every bit of this experience. Okay, I'll start chopping. This whole salad, I just feel like it's gonna be transcendental.
It's gonna be transcendent.
That would be my review for your cookbook.
Your was transcendent.
Yeah.
This cutting board. And we need our flakes as well.
That sounds so gross.
You open it up.
You do this. We're like leaning in. It's perfect!
It worked!
Oh. It's a great method.
It smells a little bit burnt.
Oh no. It's creamy and moist.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's
okay.
fluffy.
You gotta put a layer here.
This is a vegan lasagna.
Mm-hmm.
A layer of quinoa.
I like how we were on the trail thinking, what sounds the best right now? Most people would be like a pizza.
Yeah.
Like a salad.
That is very vegan of us, I have to say. Things are gonna get real silent once I start eating.
Mm-hmm. This morning we woke up at like 3. We both couldn't go to sleep. So I guess we're up now.
Yeah, and it seems like the nighttime has been a whole day's worth of
Yeah. Our whole life is in the dark now.
Yeah. We're becoming like little gremlins.
I know.
It wasn't even in the water.
Oh my god.
That's how I was thinking.
You lie. I'm ready to. I've got to fly forever. I've got to fly forever. I've got these life forever.
We are staying in this cabin and we're just having a goofy time together, and
I think we're really sleep deprived.
yeah, and our bodies are just really recovering still. And we're kind of addicted to fire, obviously, because we did Ashtanga this morning.
Yeah.
So we just need to chill, which is great because it just started raining. And we're going to just build a fire and read and journal, I think, for the rest of the day. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. A lot of you have probably seen this journal. It's my manifestation journal, and I have tons of photos of things I want to call into my life. I really love taking notes on spiritual texts that I read in here, writing poetry, making it sweet, and adding random doodles. And above all, this is kind of one of my safest spaces to connect with the higher consciousness witnessing, which is one of my favorite things to do. When you connect with a higher consciousness witnessing, you go beyond duality. I write all the things in this journal. Like, it's not just a space for the best, most loving thoughts. I really like to watch how my mind is working, watch how my consciousness is evolving depending on how I'm reacting to situations. And so it's really nice to put everything out here on these pages and be like, wow, yeah, I really want to react right now. I really want to judge this person. I know it's coming from this insecurity, or I know that my inner child is really triggered from this thing, but this other person isn't wrong. And it's just really exciting to know that in every single story or narrative there is God, and there is, you know, light trying to find its way through. And I feel like all density, all emotions are just information that hasn't been decoded yet, especially the really hard things, the hard lessons in life. They always prove to be more liberating once you get on the other end of them. I've been realizing that the stories you attach to your perceived problems are often worse than the problems themselves. You know, like the shame and guilt that we attach to things that have happened to us or things that we've done wrong create such a strong karmic tie to something that isn't present. And I think that really returning to the witnessing, if you're watching every aspect of your life, it's so easy to see what is serving you and what isn't, and naturally begin to listen to that. For example, binge eating, which is something that I used to struggle with a lot. The shame and guilt that I felt after binge eating triggered me to continue that cycle. The shame and guilt that I felt about my sadness just made me even more sad and want to give up and attach to this past version of myself that I didn't want to be. If I could just witness, even if I binge ate and didn't stop, if I could just witness and had the courage to be present in that moment and see how I feel and see how draining and lethargic and heavy I felt, then I think over time I would have naturally, and this is what happened, just stopped treating myself that way. And with my mental health, if I had just accepted that I'm sad, and I'm sad for these very valid reasons, and I want to die, but I'm not alone in that feeling, and that doesn't mean that I'm a broken person. If I had just witnessed that over and over again every day, I could see, maybe having life-ending thoughts isn't something that I have to allow to control me in my life. And that is also what I did. Basically, the more neutral you can view a situation, the less control that it has over the actions that you take. And it just feels really good to have spaciousness around everything that you experience and not labeling things. I really like the idea of not wronging or righting something, because we are so quick to do that in our minds. Like, this is wrong, this is right, this part of me is bad, and this part of me is good. It's all good, and it's all learning, and your most embodied self is with you in this now moment, in every now moment. And we all have karmas and narratives that we have to deconstruct to allow more of that light to shine through. But there's nowhere to get to. If we just witness where we are in this moment, and in this moment, and in this moment, we will naturally be able to witness the things that we're doing that keep us stuck. And we don't have to be angry at those parts of ourselves, but actually to be loving is much more constructive, because you truly cannot hate yourself into a version that you love. And so much of the reason why I think the world is corrupt is because people are carrying around so much hurt that they don't know what to do with, and it manifests in these intense imbalances for power and greed and sex and lack of compassion. I just hope that for humanity, more and more people can rest in those areas of imbalance and view them equanimously, so that they can be beckoned to open up and soften a little bit. Anything that we're really repressing, we're actually just creating a stronger tie to, I guess, is the general idea here. I'm just really grateful to be on this never-ending path of witnessing. May it only become more of my constant state of being. But I'm reading this book I just started, Where the Crawdads Sing. Isabel recommended this to me, and I'm so excited. I love reading fiction books, I love reading stories, and I just know this is going to be great. our new wake-up time is 5:30 a.m. So the car is packed and we're going to the beach today, which is going to be so fun and cold and beautiful. And we just brought soup and sandwiches and we're just going to have a beach day in the middle of fall. Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah, ready to go.
Let's do it.
Staying safe at home. These days you've been left alone, without a place to go, wandering those fears you grow. You need to fly, and now's the chance for you to try. The traffic in your life is stuck inside a photograph.
The worst. Not the worst. Just like, you know.
What this dream is all about, as it is you live inside.
I just have never seen something like this just raining down.
It shows you.
It shows. I've been chosen. I see one coming. I want this one. Oh no, it's gone. Oh, you got one too.
I feel overwhelmingly grateful for this time with Isabel to drop into the safety and sacredness of sisterhood. I received so many potent downloads about my family healing and about my future and life online. So many seeds that I cannot wait to continue watering, and all of this just stemming from feeling so fully seen and so liberated from that.
Okay, ready?
Are we just gonna hold up our breath?
No, I think we should step in and then
Okay.
we should go, but really serious. Okay. Ready?
Okay.
It's serious. We're having a real match.
It's a duel.
A duel.
Like different timing. I see like half of your face on each side.
I can't do this anymore. That's all. That's the end of it.
And this is where our journey ends for now. We packed up the car and drove an hour to the ferry to get back to Seattle for my flight the next morning. Thank you so much for witnessing our journey together, and I hope to see you in a video soon. Bye!